Hey guys, so our next project is going to be a pendulum painting, and this is kind of a pretty fun project, so it gets a little bit messy, so you might need some newspaper and stuff, and then find a place that isn't carpet to do it on, so in case it gets past your newspaper, you can always wipe it up. But some things that you will need a cup, and one that you can poke holes into. You will need some string. You will probably need a scissors to do the hole poking and the string cutting. Some paint. You could just get some of this cheaper paint. It does need to be liquid. If you have household wall paint at home, that would work too. Just be aware that it's probably going to be stinkier. But you don't need like a ton of paint. So something like this would work. And then you will also need some water. And then something to hang your pendulum. So this is a pendulum because it moves back and forth. You'll need something to hang it from. So right now I have two chairs that are back to back. And then all I did was use my broom. So I put my broom across the two chairs, and then I tied my string right here of my pendulum to that. So then it will swing back and forth. So you'll want to put newspaper on the bottom here, and then your paper that you want actually painted underneath. I just have this really big paper that I'm just going to pendulum right on. So once you have all your materials, my first suggestion is to punch a hole, one on each side of your cup, and then I pulled the string through and then just tied it together at the top here. And then you will also need a hole at the bottom because that's where your paint's going to drip out of. And then again, somewhere to tie your pendulum from. It could be a ruler. It could be something else. Just a random stick that's lying around would work too. Okay? So then from here, what you're going to do, we actually need to water down this paint a little bit because it's going to be too thick to slide through that little hole. So what I'm going to do first, and you can do this with many different colors. I'm going to probably just show you one color here. I'm going to plug the hole with my finger, and I'm going to pour my paint in there. Put a good amount of paint in there so then you can actually get a nice little pendulum thing going. And then I'm going to pour some water in there, because we want our paint to be thinner. So almost half and half, maybe a little bit less and a little bit more paint than water. We'll see how this works. So I did about half. I did half water, half paint. And then I'm going to stir it up here so it's all mixed together. And we'll see how messy we get here. Okay, so I got my green. I'm going to move some stuff out of the way just in case we get crazy. But what you're going to do is before you let go, you're going to give it a little push. So then hopefully what will happen is it'll start to spin in different circles or different formats. You got to give it a little push. Don't get too crazy because then you don't want your cup way up here getting paint all over your chairs. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go here. Oh no, oh no. I didn't tie my string tight enough at the top here. Gotta hold that. Okay, ready, set, go. So as it goes and twirls around, you kind of create this pretty cool design. And depending on how much paint you have in there is how far it will go. So once you get your design that you want, you can actually catch it and cover it back up. So I could leave my design like that. I'm going to get paint everywhere. Maybe a rag. Maybe we should grab a rag too. Okay, so that would be my cool design so far. I could switch colors, take my cup off, rinse it out, and put another color in here. And I think half paint and half water worked pretty good. I could have almost gone a little bit more water so it would have poured out better. So just kind of have fun with it. You can go different directions with it. So I can try again here and go a different direction this time. You could just go back and forth, but I would suggest giving it a little push. So when it comes back, I could give it a little push and it will change directions. So something like that. So that's just kind of a fun project that we can do and get a little messy with. So let me know if you have any questions when you're done. Definitely take a picture of your design and then post it on Schoology so we can all see. All right, have fun with this.